Okay guys, so this is the main DVD shelf from everything from the lot. And then this is the second shelf. Please don't mind the trash can. And that consists of the horror movies and the TV shows. So first we're going to take a look over here, and we're just going to go through everything and show you what we got. Okay, starting along here, we've got some superhero stuff. We got a bunch of animated. Actually, this Avengers set I got actually from a Value Village. That didn't come with the lot, so I could probably pop that out. But anyhoozle, we got a bunch of different animated stuff here. Then we go into some of the live action movies. We got some X-Men, Blade. Really cool copy here, a Fantastic Four. Never seen the extended version, but the real reason I love this, I'll show you guys, is there is a movie ticket from 2007 for Rise of the Silver Surfer. Like, how sweet is that? You don't see stuff like that every day. So yeah, then we got just miscellaneous here, and then you'll notice what I'm starting to do with doubles I have, because I do have a DVD copy of the director's cut. I'm just putting them in these little plastic sleeves, more or less, just to save on space. Because I sure have a lot of DVDs. Swamp Thing, Jonah Hex, Green Lantern, a lot of garbage, I guess you could say. And then we got some non-Marvel and DC. Good stuff there. Then we're moving on to the, I guess, fantasy movies. So you got like Merlin, Magic Sword, got some Sinbad, Knight's Tale, Braveheart, Hercules. One of my favorite movies, Highlander, fantastic. Love that film. And then unironically, another one of my favorites from this lot, Blood Rain. And then we go over here, don't mind this. We got some kind of like Asian films, so like, you know, martial arts or whatnot, samurai, different types of stuff from overseas, if you will. And then there's a few like American like stuff, like Last Dragon and like Mortal Kombat. Like, where do I really put that? And then as you can see, I got a bunch of Jackie Chan stuff there. Really looking forward to watching The Drunken Master and some of his older ones. Anbach is great. It's actually a steelbook. Then we move along here, and actually Hound is guarding all of my Soul Cinema movies, I guess you could say. So we got Shaft's big score. I think that's the second. It might be the third. I can't remember. I think it might be the third. I think the second one's like Shaft is Back or some crap like that. And we got a bunch of Pam Grier ones, like Foxy Brown and Coffee or Kofi. And then Fred Williamson movies, Hell on Harlem, whatnot. And the Keenan Ivory Wayans one, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Those are all fun. I enjoy stuff like that. Then just slide this over. Oh, and there is also this set too. Killer Old Boy, Hard Boiled. And then we get into, oh, and also I guess I missed this one too. Some more kind of like American Kung Fu style movies like Rage of Honor, American Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja. And of course, these are all like canon movies. Okay, now we're on to the kids section. So you can see like Double Dragon, got some Rugrats, good old Goosebumps there, Nightmare Room. I was actually super excited to find this at the time. Because, well, for one, it's Reese from Malcolm in the Middle, and two, we got Sting from the WCW. And funny enough, this episode has been circulating on Instagram and TikTok for whatever reason. I guess because Malcolm in the Middle is kind of big right now with the whole nostalgia thing, and it was this exact episode from the Nightmare Room. And I guess a lot of people are assuming it's Malcolm in the Middle because the Reese actor's in it, without realizing that actors can be in other projects. Anyway, we got the Jumanji movies. I've only seen the original. Last the Airbender, a bunch of classic Disney movies here. Got the Kurt Russell films there. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I finally watched that for the first time a couple months back. I absolutely adored it. Sandlot, Lone Ranger. Who didn't love Sandlot growing up? And I got some more classics. Got Space Jam, Fat Albert. Got the Gremlins, Mrs. Doubtfire. I was obsessed with that Three Stooges movie as a kid. I know it's terrible. Scooby-Doo, Short Circuit. Got some Ninja Turtles, National Treasure. Got a little box set up there. Very sweet. Alright, let's move down to the second shelf here. So this is kind of going into the action. This is a funny one. I was going through them, kind of reorganizing last night, and I have no idea where to put Mandy. Like, I know you can say it's like a horror, maybe a thriller. It's probably more of a thriller, I guess, but I don't know. I just have it in the action for now, so just go with it. See, a bunch of different stuff. Got some wrestler movies. Got Randy Orton in The Condemned 2. A couple Hulk Hogan movies there. Shadow Warriors. Trish Stratus and Bounty Hunters. A bunch of canon movies there. The Assassination. Hero and the Terror. Delta Force. A bunch of the Missing in Action movies there. The rest of the American Ninjas. I think Sans number 5. I think there's 5 of them. You got the G.I. Joe movies from the 2010s that everybody hated. You got the Jack Ryan trilogy, would you call it? Or I know they're technically like played by different actors, but are they in the same universe? I've never seen them. Got the Bourne movies. Got some more action packs. Then we got all the Blu-rays from the lot, just kind of together. In no specific real order. Science fiction and a few comedies and action down there. Now we got the rest of the action movies up there. Got some Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Robin Hood. Good old Mad Max. Hard Target, Escape Plan. Make sure I get those ones up there, of course. Tango and Cash and Big Showdown, some great ones. Okay, so now we're moving on to the comedy side of things. So as you can see, we got some American Pie movies there. Got a bunch of the National Lampoon movies from the 2000s. Got Dorm Days, Gold Diggers, Dirty Movie. Wise Guys, that's a great film. Richard Pryor. Got some more there. This is unironically, I think, one of my favorite movies from the lot. Sorry. Last Resort with Feldman and Haim. Like, this movie is absolutely atrocious. And actually, Corey Feldman, if you go to the One Bad Movie podcast with, I think it's Stephen Baldwin, Corey Feldman was on, and he cited this as his worst movie he's ever done. So it's an honor to have it, in my opinion. So, yeah. Living Will, starring Ryan Dunn. I actually really enjoyed that. I remember as a kid I was really turned off by it because if you look at the front cover, Bam Margera is clearly being advertised as the main best friend character in the movie, when in all actuality it's that guy right there. And I remember, like, I didn't even get through the first 10 minutes as a kid. I was so pissed off, but I actually rewatched it and it's pretty fun. I recommend it. It's got some good charm to it. And then we'll move to the back here. I'll move these out of the way in one sec. So we got some more comedy packs there. Police Academy, Van Wilder movies. Fish Called Wanda, Goldmember. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Got some Marlon Wayans comedies there. Got White Chicks and Haunted House. Mini Professor, Kung Fu and Kung Pao, My Cousin Vinny, some of the Jackass DVDs up there. A lot of great stuff. And obviously, before I forget to mention, I got a couple of these really cool steelbooks to show off. We've got this classic cartoons one with like a ton of different old 30s and 40s stuff on there. Got a Bakugan one. Great stuff. Obviously, I grew up loving Bakugan. And I got this really cool drive-in movie set with a bunch of like 60s and 70s kind of classic like creature feature whatnot. And there's actually a really cool documentary there on the first disc about drive-in movie. Okay gang, now we're on to the science fiction side of things. I pulled out this one stack first we'll look at. Just a bunch of different science fiction goodness there. The Abyss. Move along here. OG Planet of the Apes. Move these out of the way. Some more. A lot of different. Okay guys, so the last portion we have here are made up of dramas, thrillers, and like kind of like almost like slice of life movies where it's like kind of like you're following like a character around in a way, I guess. I don't know. You'll kind of see what I mean. Like I got like the Dirty Harry movies there, which are kind of more like crime thrillers, I guess. But then you got stuff like Pulp Fiction and Backbeat and Summer Dreams and Once Upon a Time, which kind of like follow characters, you know what I mean? But then we get into more like dramas and whatnot, Great Escape and whatnot, and Black Klansman, War Dogs. And then I just got a bunch of old westerns, some John Wayne stuff there, and more, like I said, more slice of life type of stuff, like A Serious Man and Say Anything. And then more type of different, you know, dramas, what have you. And then, like I said, back here, these are more thrillers, like more, you know, at least from what I gather on the boxes. Could very well be wrong when I eventually watch these movies, and then we get into more drama. You can see some war dramas and whatnot, and stuff like that. Very nice. Alright guys, now we're on to the second shelf with the TV series, excuse me. So you see we got a ton of classics here. Gilligan's Island, Magnum P.I., MASH, Land of the Lost, A-Team, Columbo even. Move down. We got Batman there, Klondike. Actually, I probably should go this way because we have horror shows at the end. Some more Three Stooges, Dead Zone, classic superhero stuff. Got some Wonder Woman, Smallville, some newer stuff there with Peacemaker and Arrow, Flash, and then we go back to Hulk, some Blade, and then like I said, get some more horror stuff like Tales from the Dark Side, which leads us right into our horror. So we got Masters of Horror, that show. And then we got some movie packs there. Some really good stuff on that. Boris Karloff collection. The Anaconda and was it Lake Placid collection there. Got some Blu-rays. Swamp Thing. Return of the Living Dead. Got some Elvira DVDs there. Those are pretty sweet. With fun introductions and little interludes from Elvira. Like in the old TV show. Yeah, more collections, pause any time, classic Universal stuff, and we'll move down to the second shelf here. Please forgive the lighting, it's not great, I know. Creature from the Black Lagoon, Toolbox Murders, that was a nice one to find. Like I said, I got a lot of doubles in these plastic sleeves just to save some space. Got the Nightmare sequels there. More classic 80s and 90s, moving into the 2000s. There's a couple newer ones up there. Sinister 2, Decoys. Trying to get the best lighting I can. Yeah, sorry about the lighting down here, guys. A lot of this stuff is kind of like miscellaneous 2000s, 2010s type horror. That's a little bit better. Just a few miscellaneous ones up there. But yeah, you get the gist of everything. So yeah, that's easily the biggest DVD haul that I've ever obtained.